Woo, man. What in the world, Bo? I hope everybody doing good out there. I hope everybody doing good out there. Man, last 3 days, is y'all tired? Is everybody else tired like I'm tired? Because, Bo, these last 3 days, NFL draft is officially in the books, the 2022 NFL draft. Of course, we had to have a coaches meeting to talk about, what happened in this NFL draft. For everyone out there who don't know me, my name is Big Low Country. I'm just an old country boy, former football coach that loves to sit around and talk about sports. Definitely, if you're watching the show after we went live, make sure that you put a what in the world Bo in the comments. Also, if this is your first time chilling out with us, just so you don't lose us in the future, make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button, and also share the channel to your friends and family. But Bo, the 2022 NFL draft is in the books, and we have a lot to unpack. We have a lot to unpack as a coaching staff. You know, what we do is we look at the players that we have here, and then we just kind of take it from there. But first, let me show love to everybody that's showing love to me. Cartier Walker in here. What in the world, Bo? Ray Fitty says, "What's up, Coach? I'm getting bucket naked, dollar bill voice on this draft." I hear you, Bo. Darkness says, "Thou shalt not troll." Okay. Well, you in the right place, Bo, because it's about the power of positivity over here. Star Falcon says, "I think the draft went well. I have no complaints." Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Anthony Wright says, "Pretty good draft." Xavier, he says, "Coach Lowe, I have a little faith in Terry Fontenot after the draft. Now let's see what Arthur Smith and Dean Pease can do with this new talent." Yes. This is the stage that we're in, guys. We're in the wait and see mode now, right? We got this new talent on the books, and different people have different opinions about this draft class, and we're kind of going to go down the line on who we drafted and everything, and we're also going to look at some of these undrafted free agents that we got, because some of them are looking pretty legit there. Merguy, what in the world, Bo? Jamal D, what's going on, my brother? Popping them things. He said, Panthers Nation. Good, Bo. What in the world? Okay, I hear you. I see that y'all got a Matt Corral gonna be competing with Sam Darnold for that starting job. Much love to you. Joven, he says, "Hey, Coach, it's the Panthers division." You been all right now. Don't get too comfortable there now, Coach. Coach Jack says, "I'm not tired. I'm on this creek water." What in the world, Bo? Great draft. Oh man, what's going on, Coach Padre? Much love to you, Coach. Much love to you, Keyline. What in the world, Bo? Merguy. He says, "We also had a great undraft." Oh my goodness, yes. Ty, what's going on? Hope everything's good in Cincy. I think so. Let's see. Yesterday, like we said, it's been a long weekend. I think we could officially say the weekend kind of started on Thursday, right? But moving forward, so yesterday, whenever we got off, everybody was saying, "Hey, Coach, you need to have a more positive outlook about that first pick that we had, Drake London. Kiki, do you love me? Are we riding?" And I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying. So my whole thought was, guys, the whole issue, the point that that I was kind of going after was, look, if you have limited resources, you need to make sure that you prioritize what you go after, right? So if it's one of those cases where, let's say, you don't have enough money to pay your rent, right? Next thing you know, the light bills due. So you're like, "Oh man, what am I going to do?" So do you pay the rent or do you pay the light bill? Now, most people say, "Hey man, I need to pay the rent because, ain't no need of paying the light bill if I can't even stay in the house." And that was the argument that I had. I said, "Hey, let's go ahead and take care of the things that we need to take care of. We can get a wide receiver later." Now, I watched the press conference. I watched Arthur Smith's press conference and Terry Fontenot's press conference. It seems like they were very sold on Drake London, right? It seems like, I mean, I think we could safely say they kind of got naked for Drake London. What's going on, Victor? I think this is my first time seeing you in here, my brother. Much love to you. Much love to you. Yeah, so with that being said, you know, they had a guy that they really like. You know, every man only likes a certain kind of woman. You know, some guys like tall women, some guys like short women, some guys like, you know, dark-skinned women, some guys like BBWs. You know, to each his own, Bo. I think that's how Arthur Smith feels about his wide receivers. He looked at this wide receiver class and he seen old Drake London. You know, he's 6'5", so I hope y'all go ahead and get used to it. I'm gonna be calling him a big old tall glass of water. He's 6'5". He's a big old tall glass of water. And you know, he fits this Arthur Smith scheme perfectly. So would I have taken him with the 8th pick? No, I wouldn't have. I think that there was some other talent that was out there. And I know that it was also one of those things where everybody was saying, well, you know, a lot of the guys that we wanted, that top-notch, top 10 talent that we wanted, it just wasn't there anymore. I mean, I completely understand that, but I wouldn't have taken them at 8. But y'all know how we do it here. It's all about a positive outlook and the power of positivity. So he's on the squad now, right? He's on the squad. This is what we rolling with. You know, this is what we rolling with. We hoping for the best, Bo. You already know. Ray 50, he says, we in the Desmond Ridder era. That's right. We in the Desmond Ridder era. What's going on, Dex? Sanchez in here. What's going on, Coach? Murguy says, I'm not going to lie. I got butt naked. Fresh over the Desmond Ridder pick. I got to admit it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Coach. I love the honesty. Jamel says, what up, Coach? On paper, it looks great. And I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you. This draft was one of the best drafts that we've had in a while. So, you know, we're going to be asking you, you know, this is a very immersive and communicative show, right? It's a communicative channel. We like to bounce ideas and thoughts off of each other. So I'm definitely going to be getting y'all involved in this show, and I'm going to be getting your opinion. So make sure that you got your thumbs ready, right? Because whenever I ask you these questions, I want everybody to kind of tell me how they feeling. Orange Juice Jones in here says, what's up, Bo? Ridder is Matt Ryan with wheels. Great draft. Oh, you know, I didn't think about it like that, but I know one thing. Whenever I watched some of the throws that he made, they were Matt Ryan-esque passes. Definitely. Darkness says London will steal your heart, Coach. He's a dog. I'm hoping that he steals my heart. I'm hoping that he steals my heart, Coach. Definitely. Now, Padre with the first Superman chat of the night. He says, "Hey, Coach, I'm excited to see Arnold." I'm excited to see Arnold Ecclesiastes get on the field. We took dogs back. Okay, all right. I hear you, Bo. He's referring to Arnold Ebiketie. That's who he's referring. Wow, Coach. Arnold Ecclesiastes. Wow. Matthew, what's going on, Coach? Derek, definitely. So, you know, we're going to kind of take it in succession. Usher, what's going on, Coach? Hope we doing good today, my brother. Philip Stevens in here says, we should have signed T.O. Man, the fan control. The thing is, we can't call the plays for him, Bo. Tony Wright's in. He says, Falcons have a draft grade of A-. Only reason that it's minus is due to we didn't draft a defensive tackle, and we could have had Travis Jones in the 3rd, but we came away very good. Okay. I understand that. So wait a minute. We got another. I don't know, Padre. I don't know if I did this, but you know, we definitely have to keep the tradition alive. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. You know how we do it, Bo. Kojak also with the Superman chat. He says, after watching all the highlights of these young men, I'm excited about Drake with Ridder, but especially our defense to help out Jerry. Oh, yeah, I mean Jerry Grady, definitely, man, definitely. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. Definitely, man. Definitely. So let's go ahead and start off the top, right? Let's go ahead and start this thing off. We're gonna start this thing off, right? We got some. I ain't gonna finish it off. Drake London. Drake London. You know, I know you've been hurt by someone else. The sixth guy, Drake London. Did you like the Drake London pick? You know, like I said, I hope y'all got your thumbs ready. I hope y'all got your thumbs ready. Do you like the Drake London pick? If you like Drake London, put a 1 in the chat. If it's something that you didn't like about this Drake London pick, put a 2 in the chat. I legitimately want to know what y'all think. Derek says, who do you think will be our slot receiver? No, that's actually a pretty good question. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. If Calvin Ridley was playing, I think he would be your slot guy. I think he would be your slot guy, but you know, it's he's not going to be playing this season. But I mean, you know, let's just look at the options. So you got your Alden Tates, you have your Olamide Zaccheaus, who could very well be your slot guy. Demir Bird, Cordero Patterson. I mean, we know that Kyle Pitts lines up in the slot in many times. So we definitely have our options, right? We have our options. So let me see what everybody's vote is as far as Drake London. You know, see what everybody you can thank me now. Go ahead. Thank me later. Yeah, I know what I said. Let's see here. All right, so Merguy started it off. He said he likes the Drake London pick. Likes that number 1 pick. Tony Wright says, I do like our receiver room now. Kyle Pitts. Receivers, Cordero Patterson, Drake London, Alden Tate, all big receivers. All those guys. Alden Tate, I think he's like 6'4". Drake London, 6'5". Kyle Pitts, 6'6". You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think Demir Bird's like 6'2". If I'm not mistaken, 6'3". We know that Cordero's 6'2". So, yeah, you got a point. Coach Dre, what's going on, Coach Dre? Hope you're doing good, my brother. Hope you're doing good. Coach Dre, Coach Usher, William Amy, Tremel, Merguy put 11 ones, Darkness. They all like it. Coach Padre, he said, Drake London equals God's plan. God's plan. Oh man. Jamal D says 2. He says he says that he don't like the Drake London pick. He ain't feeling it. Cordier says Drake Marietta Migos. Like, wait a minute, what? Construction Patterson, King Bell, Tony Wright, they all like it. Now Keyline, he's a politician. You know, he says he's a 1.5. He ain't, he put his left foot in, he took his left foot out. He said he don't know if that's something that he really rolling with. Leo and Kojak, Anthony Wright. I wonder if Anthony Wright and Tony Wright are related. They said that they all like it as well. Now Antoine Wartime, he says, Coach, I called that London. I see you wasn't too happy. Whoever the Falcons draft, I'm down with it. Die hard Falcons fan. Hey, you already know, Bo. You already know. At the end of the day, that's the beautiful thing about sports, right? Because even if it's something that we don't like initially, we get a chance to have these conversations. We can kind of bounce things off of each other and, kind of talk about it because it's one of those cases where over time, I might be open to the idea. One thing that Coach Roney's taught me is not to be hard-headed, right? Right? Keep an open mind. Keep an open mind so they can peek in it. That's what you got to do. Choir member Patterson's in here. Choir member Patterson said 1. He says that it's I say he likes to move. Lynn T, he says 2. He said he don't like it with the 8 pick. Matthew Alosi says, yeah, I don't like it. We should have traded back. Coach Project says, no, one. Keith Bell said, heck yeah, one. And Coach Jack's right. Drake, he could play in the slot too. He's actually perfect for it. He could play that slot a lot like Mohamed Sanu used to play it, about 4 or 5 years ago, whenever he used to shield people off playing that slot. He used to just be boxing people out, running slant routes and everything like that, man. Definitely. So yeah. Jabal said he just didn't want a wide receiver at 8. I don't think a lot of people seen it happening, but I do remember seeing some mock drafts where people called it. People were saying Drake London at 8, and I never took it seriously. Brandon Bird says 2, but anxious to see what he brings. And that's a good point. So basically what he brings is, like I said, he's a big body guy. We know that he could catch contested passes. I think he's going to be huge in the red zone, right? So just imagine you got Kyle Pitts lined up in the tight end position. You got Drake London over here. You got Alden Tate over here. Whoever's in single coverage, let's just throw that jump ball up, see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you can, make sure that you hit that like button. If you like the Drake London pick, hit that like button. If you didn't like it, still express the way that you feel by hitting the like button. Definitely. Also, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Timothy says, I definitely think Pitts are going to line up outside more with the addition of Fitzpatrick. Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Don't forget about Firsker. Don't forget about Firsker. Jermaine Walton there, he says, 1, meet me at the London. What? Now, Derek, he says, Big Low. Now that we have Alden Tate, Drake London, and Kyle Pitts, we're going to be very good in the red zone. That's just what I was talking about. He says, I think because Kyle Pitts will be a distraction, it will leave holes for other players to get an opportunity. Okay, I can definitely see that. Cartier, and he says, I felt some way about Mike Evans in 2014. Then he made me shut up forever. Well, hey, I'm hoping that in 2024 I'm walking around zipped up, man. Man, I actually chilled out with Cartier a little bit earlier today on his Twitch page, man. Cartier, he was on there giving me a show. He was playing Grand Theft Auto. Y'all make sure that y'all check him out. Keith, what's going on, Keith? How y'all like that Steelers draft this weekend? Did you get all your bases covered? Did you get all of your bases covered? So it seems like overall, it looks like we got positive receptions for Drake London. I'm thinking, and don't forget, I think the most important part about Drake London is what he's going to be able to assist us with in the running game. That 6'5", 220 plus frame. That's a lot of man to try to get around, and if you got somebody coming around the corner. So hopefully that can help us out with explosive plays on the ground. And whenever you get explosive plays on the ground, that's whenever you can get explosive plays through the air. So I'm hoping that's the case. Ty says London compares to Alec Pierce, who was Ridder's first receiver. I mean, number 1 wide receiver. And I didn't think about that. Alec Pierce, by the way, he went to the Colts. Matt Ryan's gonna be throwing him passes. Once again, somebody said, Ridder. They said that Ridder reminds them of Matt Ryan. He could just run a little bit. And I don't know if y'all had a chance to look at any of that young man's highlights, right? But there was one play that particularly sticks out to me whenever he dropped back, no play action, straight drop back. Left tackle, he collapsed. End was coming in, and he hit a little quick step back, ran to his right, escaped to his right, which is something that we haven't had for in a while. We know Matt Ryan, he could climb the pocket with the best of them, brave and keeping his head up and looking downfield. But Ridder, He ran to the right, threw the ball back to the left, wide open touchdown in the end zone. Whenever they were playing against Georgia, I believe that was the Peach Bowl, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was the Peach Bowl, but it was a very nice very nice touchdown. I was like, oh man, that looked pretty good. I said, oh, okay, that looked pretty good. Cartier Thompson says, Marietta. Marcus Marietta gonna throw big passes this year. Wow. Okay. Marcus Marietta. Okay, coach. I got you, bro. Cartier, I definitely appreciate that, my brother. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Merguy said, make sure that you hit the like button. Make sure that you hit the like button. But I definitely appreciate that $5 Superman chat, my brother. Definitely. Dex says, hey, Bo, what do you think about those receivers? It's a land of giants out there, bully ball and ball control, hopefully. Now, I don't know if y'all remember this. We've seen this multiple times in the division. We've seen the same thing. The Buccaneers did this. I can't remember how long ago it was, but you remember they had Vincent Jackson. They had Mike Evans, and I can't remember if Cartier Walker's still in here. He might be able to help refresh our memory. But they had a third wide receiver. He was like 6'4". Like, we've seen this in the division before, and it was relatively successful. But one thing that I want to acknowledge is that I think what Terry Fontenot is doing, and I don't think y'all realize this. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say that because y'all are smarter than me. One thing that I don't think a lot of people realize is that Terry Fontenot is kind of recreating Marcus Colston and Jimmy Graham. Marcus Colston out of Hofstra. You know, I think he was like 6'5", 6'6" wide receiver. Had a great career in New Orleans. Jimmy Graham, y'all remember all the headaches Jimmy Graham gave us. Only difference is that I think Kyle Pitts is more talented than Jimmy Graham. I do. Drake London, I think he may be more talented than Marcus Colston. Question is, how well will we use them? You know, how well will we scheme these guys open? Would it be one of those cases where we would necessarily scheme them open? Would it be one of those cases where we just need to get them in one-on-one situation, right? If we get them in that one-on-one situation, we'll be good to go. In there like swimwear, keeping that thing clear like skincare, Bo. You already know. Now, wait a minute. Keyline, he says, question, coach, getting separation is one of his weaknesses. Even against Pac-12 defenses, can he still be effective in the NFL with faster, smarter DBs? Well, I think, to be completely honest with you, first of all, I don't know if he's going to be 110 catch receiver type of guy, especially in this offense. But I think the biggest thing with him is if we could just get him in one-on-one situations, if we could get him isolated, and like you said, we're looking for box outs and jump balls. If we could get box outs and jump balls, that's all we need. What we want out of Drake London, because think about it, a 40-yard dash, it really doesn't make too much of a difference on a 3-step slant route. Ask Michael Thomas. Saints fans, I ain't trying to throw no shade. I'm just saying. Ask Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas, he's not the fastest guy. He can't pick him up and put him down or with the cheetah or with Jameson Williams or anybody like that, but he's made a career out of jump balls and out of blocking people out. I mean, and I think that the direction that this offense is going, and don't get me wrong, it's like I think his success rate on 9 routes, so that's the route when you just go straight, just go straight out. His success rates on those routes were, I think it was like 80-something%. So, you know, it's it's one of those situations, man. So we definitely have to make sure that that we get this young man isolated. That's going to be important. That's going to be important. Charles says 1-on-1, yes, but I hope that answers your question. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Keyline, I'm sorry. So Coach Keyline, I hope that kind of answered your question. So if we could just get them isolated and 1-on-ones, slant routes, short routes, and jump balls, then we should be good to go. Keyline, that's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Appreciate that, Keyline. Also, Kojak, he says, shout out to the UGA Dogs for setting the NFL history for the most draft picks in the NFL draft with 15 players. And we got 2 of them. Hashtag go dogs. You already know what time it is. Much love to you. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh man, definitely, man, definitely. Let me see here. Oh, Keith said the Steelers, they added some crazy offensive talent, Pickens, and we in 4th with Austin the 3rd from Memphis. Lewis Riddick and Ty McShay said he was a lot of Tyreek Hill in him with 4.31 speed, and he's a beast. He is a beast. He's small, but he is a beast. Definitely, man. Definitely. My moment. Much love to you, my moment. I think this is my first time seeing you in here. I appreciate you. Everybody, I'll make sure that y'all welcome my moment to the stream. He says, what scares me the most about Ridder is he never led his team to a big win against a big name team. And Drake has ball skill, but can he line up holding enough to get to him? Okay. I mean, so I think you're saying like can Drake just you asking can Drake just get open? And as far as Ridder, you're asking can he actually lead a team to a win? Because he never led Cincinnati to that big win in college. But one thing that we have to acknowledge is that Cincinnati never had. I mean, they had good talent. Like I said, they had Pierce who got drafted. They had Sauce Gardner. I think they had a couple more players that got drafted, which is a real good amount of players. If you get 5 players drafted in the NFL draft, that's pretty doggone good. But still, it's like the last 4 years, if you had to get a big win in college football, especially nowadays, it's against these SEC teams. And I mean, let's be honest, bro. These SEC boys, they just built different. If you don't believe me, ask Michigan. Because Michigan, everybody thought Michigan was just gonna run Georgia over. And I mean, man, I heard they just now getting up. Who did? My mom. Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Coach Kojak, for sharing the channel with your friends and family. And thank you so much, my moment, for coming to join us. Much love to you. Definitely, man. Definitely. I'm gonna dance at your wedding one day, Kojak, just for doing that. Anybody else want the old coach to dance at their wedding? Make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family. Don't keep a good thing to yourself. What's going on, JT? Dante Spade, he says, let's go. Atlanta Falcons, rise up. You already know what time it is, Bo. You already know what time it is. Tremel with the Superman chat, he says, I loved every pick, but Justin Shaffer was my favorite pick. Nasty mofo on the line. hope it translates to the NFL. So I really didn't have to watch too much film on Justin Shaffer because, we watched all these Georgia games, right? And one thing that I know, and I had to, and whenever I say that, I actually had to go back and look at it. Okay, that's who it was, Carter. It was Mike Williams. I know there was another tall wide receiver that Tampa Bay had. Thank you so much, Coach. But I had to go back just to for self-confirmation. Georgia ran everything with their offensive line. They ran every almost every type of running scheme that you could think of. I watched it, some of his highlight plays. He was pulling, they were running power. He ran inside zone, outside zone, very active blocker. Just like Tremel said, he's a nasty mofo. But he's one of those guys, he gets upfield and he's a proactive blocker. So if he's up into the lane and he's in front of the let's say James Cook, he's looking for somebody to block. And the beautiful thing about this guy is that he looks from the inside out, which is what you're supposed to do. Anytime that you're blocking, guys, you want to block from the inside out. So he looked from the inside and he works himself out. Justin Shaffer is probably the most underrated pick of this draft for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there, guys. He's probably the most underrated pick. Excuse me, especially with the way our interior offensive line has been looking. I feel like the Falcons weren't really worried that much about how well the interior offensive line was going to be, because I think they had an idea that they were going to be going for a mobile quarterback. And I was watching a press conference last night. Terry Fontenot, 00504, he said, "Hey, Bo, I've been watching Ridders for the last 2 years. Like, this ain't something that just came up." He said he's been on our board this whole time. So, I mean, shouts out to him if that is the case. Cartier says, Drake, number one, Pitts, tight end, and Patterson out the backfield. Oh, man. Yeah, your offense starting to look like it's coming together a little bit, right? It's starting to come together a little bit. Cartier, much love to you, my brother. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh, man. You're right. He did beat Notre Dame. Wait a minute. Did? Yeah. They beat Notre Dame. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. ATLG Faithful says Saints poo-poo they draft. Yeah, baby. Saints poo-poo they draft. Oh, man. Now, Cheddar Defender says, is Waffle House... Hold on. I just started reading this. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Is Waffle House good? I don't know. Y'all from Atlanta. I'm going to guess y'all have one in every street corner. Is Waffle House good? What in the world, bro? There's a fat baby boo-boo? Yes, bro. Waffle House is smacking. What you talking about? Yes. And we waiting on somebody. We waiting on Waffle House to start delivering. If they put Waffle House on Uber Eats, they're going to have to get 3 cooks. Much love to you, Cheddar. But yes, if you've never eaten at a Waffle House, if you ever travel, make sure that you stop at a Waffle House. Make sure that you stop. And whenever you order your hash browns, don't say that you want them with cheese and ham. No, say that you want them scattered, covered in chunk. You know, that's just the lingo. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. Jamel with another $5 Superman chat. He says, "My bad, coach. Typos. Justin Shaffer." Oh yeah. I got you, coach. I got you. But yes, I think he's the most underrated pick that we had in this whole draft, including Desmond Ridder in the 3rd round. Yes, I think he's that guy. Definitely. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh, man, we got Raymond in here. You know it's a party now, Bo. You know it's a party. Carl Thomas. "Summer rain, sweet rain, whispers me to sleep and wakes me up." I just seen Carl Thomas. I'm sorry. It made me want to start singing, Bo. Oh, man. Wait a minute. Hold on. Cardi said the Waffle House by me, they have a drive-through. It's a what? How they get the drive-through Waffle House? All right. Let's go ahead and look at the second pick. So, Arnold Ebiketie, in the words of Coach Padre, Arnold Ecclesiastes. What in the world? Arnold Ebiketie, he's 6'2", 250 pounds. Whenever he rushes the passer, he looks like he got shot out of a rocket, Bo. He looks like he got shot out of a rocket. I'm finna tell you, this kid, he was a first-round talent. He was a first-round talent. I don't know how he fell, but I'm gonna tell you something. He's gonna be playing that outside linebacker position, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be strong side, and he's legit. I think he's gonna be a 10-sack guy. Whenever we were doing the live draft reaction, whenever we took him, somebody said something there. It made my ears jump up a little bit, and I was getting ready to take my shirt off. But somebody was like, "Hey, coach, that's our Michael Parsons." I said, "Oh, what in the world?" They said, "Yeah, boy, that's our Michael Parsons." I said, "Oh man, don't talk like that, boy. You know, be still my heart. Don't be doing that to me." Oh man, y'all are crazy. But yes. So the pre-draft analysis, I'm gonna read the pre-draft and post-draft analysis. He says that he has long arms, which I said is important in this scheme, right? You know, especially since you're gonna have different people setting the edge, because it could be the end and it could be the linebacker, depending on the play that the coach calls. He has long arms. He's a master at preventing offensive tackles from locking on to his pass, and he advances his pass rush. So he's not somebody who kind of sits still, right? And he don't let nobody lock on to him. And I think that was one of the biggest issues that Vic Beasley had. You know, if he was fast and he could get up the field, but if somebody laid hands on him, we had some issues. It says that he knows how to attack linemen, and he counters well. He has some issues anchoring when teams run at him, but he's relentless in pursuit. So, you know, he is 250. You know, it's one of those things. He is 250, but it says that he's relentless in pursuit. So he may have some issues with the run, but overall, I think he's a first-round talent. Easy. I easily think he's a first-round talent. Now, the post-draft analysis, they said he will provide a much-needed boost to the Falcons' edge rushing game and should factor in the rotation at defensive end very early. He's going to be a starter. Ebiketie has an ideal skill set to fill an outside linebacker role in the Dean Pease 3-4 defensive scheme. Yes. Hit the nail on the head. In the words of Coach Roney's mama, yes, 1,000 times yes. He's coming home, guys. He's coming home. Oh, man. What's going on, Terry Artist 404? Much love to you, my brother. Hope that you're doing good tonight, my family. Hope that you're doing good tonight. Traveling Charlie says, dear Coach Lowe and Roney, should the Falcons have selected Jordan Davis instead of Drake London? Man, it's something that my big brother tells me all the time. You know, he told me this back in 1998, bro. Shoulda, woulda, coulda won a ball game. You know, you wish you should have done it. You wish you could have done it. But at the end of the day, we didn't do it. Drake London is a Falcon, and unfortunately, Jordan Davis, he's a Philadelphia Eagle. He's gonna have a great career, but you never know. You never know what the future holds. He might be coming home one day in the future. He might be a free agent and want to come back. So you never know. It might be like that Jaheim song, trying to find my way back to you. That boy know you sound good, boy. Matty Ghost in here. What in the world? He says, Ebiketie is a beast. Malone is a project. He should be a mini Von Miller. What in the world, bro? A mini Von Miller. A mini Von Miller, Bo. What in the world? Woo! Boy, see, you finna. They see, I'm finna doggo. You got me coming out of it, Bo. Matty Ghost, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for supporting the channel. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Much love to you. Oh, man. The comment usually says another draft and still no Michael Vick replica drafted by the Falcons. LOL. What in the world, bro? Jasper Bowder says, What Smoke Monday talking about? I don't even know where did Smoke Monday go, because I definitely wanted to get him, because I just wanted to say, interception by Smoke Monday. But I didn't even get a chance to see where he went to. Merc Guy says, Coach Lowe, do you think we did not draft DT because Marlon and Taquan's upside in the future? Now, that's one thing. That's actually a good point, Coach, because we know one thing. If there's one thing that we do know, is that Dean Pease, he believes in bringing guys along kind of slowly, right? And whenever he brings them along slowly, so it might be one of those cases where we don't know where Taquan, where he's going to be at in the rotation next year. But Dean Pease may have in his mind that, hey, this guy's going to be one of our top-notch guys, right? I turn a buck talk says the analysis said y'all were in need of every position, including a life coach before the draft. Do you think you filled them holes? Okay, all right, okay, I hear you, Coach. I hear you. See, if anybody needs a life coach, we know it's you, because you have the strippers throwing bottles at you with their booty. So you need to get right. That's what you need to do. But yeah, I think we addressed a lot of needs. Andrew the GOAT, much love to you, Andrew. He says, I am really, I guess, surprised that was not drafted Justin Ross. I'm surprised that nobody picked him up. He fell that far, right? I'm really surprised about that. Who ended up picking him? I know somebody had to get him. If somebody on the coaching staff could let me know who picked him up. Matty Go says Malik and those 12 interceptions, his senior year killed this draft status. Plus he struggled versus SEC talent when he was at Auburn. I was telling my brother-in-law that, the rhyme dropping legend. He was like, man, we should have got Malik Willis. I said, hey, Bo, Malik Willis, he throwing too many interceptions for you. Oh man, Bearcat's in here. He just says Desmond Ridder. Okay, I got you. Padre says we drafted 2 dudes from Cedar Grove, East Side. Stand up. Orange Juice says Waffle House with a drive-through is a dream come true. Just like the Krispy Kreme started popping up with hey, bro. I think I won't hit that Krispy Kreme up like it ain't nothing, bro. I hit it. Look, whenever I start getting that sugar rush on Krispy Kreme, I got a term for it and everything. I call it getting glazed up. I get glazy. I get about 2, 3, 4 of them donuts. If you think I'm hyper now, you should see me when I get glazed up. It's tough. You say, hey, coach, you need to calm down. Cartier says, I have a bet that the Falcons win 7. After that, I rack up the money, even on the internet. Let's go, 10 wins. Woo! Boss up a check money. Hey, bro. It could definitely happen. I think it could definitely happen. Actually, I was just listening to the Extra Point podcast. That's Coach Rashad and Coach Terror, Artist 404. They got a podcast where they talk about Falcons. It's called the Extra Point podcast. And basically they were talking about how many wins they think the Falcons could get. And basically they were saying, they made a point. They said, well, just think about the quarterbacks for the teams that we're playing against next season. Now I know that we're playing Tom Brady twice. But in Carolina, you're going to be playing Matt Corral or Sam Darnold, right? You're going to be playing Jameis Winston. You never know what you're going to get with that. Taylor Heineke, I know we're going to be playing against him and the Washington football team, but you're also going to be playing against the likes of a Joe Burrow, Kyler Murray, Justin Herbert. I know Coach Ronnie is going to say, woo, as soon as she hears that. But, so it's going to be a little bit of a mixed bag. The thing is that in the NFL, it's a league of parity. You never know, what's going to happen. You legit never know. Darton says Smoke went to the Saints as an undrafted free agent. Boy, I tell you, the doggone Saints. Them doggone Saints. Jamel says, where Molly Mall at? Out of Peter Pablo, taking my shirt off and spinning it like Ain't no tell about Molly Mall. But you know when he come in, you know he gonna be hate. Appreciate that, Coach. Oh, and I'm sorry, Cartier. My bad, Coach. I don't know if I did this, but you know we have to do it in the spirit of tradition. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Also, Tremel. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. Now, Coach Ghost Pepper says, "Hey, Coach Lowe, here's a rather remarkable stat. Every player we drafted is a former conference player of the year on offense or defense. In one weird instance, both, which and he's referring to a Mr. Troy Andersen. Now, and I'm sorry, before I go to Troy Andersen, I did need to ask y'all, what do we think about Ebiketie? If you like the pick, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't like the pick, put a 2 in the chat. I legit want to know what y'all thinking. I know I ain't trying to make you work too hard, but you know how we do on these coaches meetings and these pep rallies. I like to know what y'all think. I like to know what your opinion is. So, let me know what you think. If you like the Ebiketie pick, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't like it, you was like kind of put a 2 in the chat. Let's kick it around a little bit. Also, make sure that you hit that like button. Help get us out into the YouTube universe. This is your first time chilling out with us. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. We get together and chop it up like this all the time. And share the channel. Please, please share the channel with your friends and family. Don't keep a good thing to yourself. Don't keep a good thing to yourself. Definitely, man. Sterling Wood said, let that hot sign come on. Boy, it's going down. Like there's a whale in the boat, boy. They're right, Coach Ronnie. I be getting glazed up. I like, hey, Coach Ronnie, I need to detank. I need to chill out a little bit. Damian Jolly, he said, talk about the Browns. Now look, the Browns really teed me off. Them boys really teed me off. And it's not because y'all got Deshaun Watson. It's because y'all got doggone Perry and Winfrey. Y'all gonna be pairing that boy up with doggone Myles Garrett. Y'all still got all that talent on the team, and y'all got Perry and Winfrey. Come on, Bo. Y'all doing it like that? Oh, man, that's going to be tough. We got to play Cleveland Browns this year, too. I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me, Damian Jolly. Yes. We also got to play the Cleveland Browns. What in the world? So yes, we don't know what kind of record we're going to have, but it's definitely going to be interesting next year. Mergard said, Coach said, glaze. Oh yeah, boy, I be getting glazed up, bro. You should try it. Make sure that you don't got to do nothing important, before you get glazed up. Substance abuse is a terrible thing. All right. So let me see how everybody feel about Ebiketie, or the words of Coach Padre Ecclesiastes. Jamal says 1. Tremel says 1. Mergard 11-1. Sterling 1. Carl Thomas, I'm emotional. Joseph Thornton Sanchez 1. Look, everybody likes to pick. What in the world? Do we have a consensus? Corey, Pancho, Evan, Charles, Robert Bennett, everybody like to pick. Ray Fitness said he got naked for AK. Channel. No budget Charlie. Zachary Whitfield. Wait a minute. Coach Dre said he didn't like it. No. Coach Dre said he didn't like it. Why did you like it, Coach? Why didn't you like it? ATLJ Faithful said he liked it. Dub Deuce said he ain't like it either. Okay. Cartier says 10 wins. Don't trust me. I just what? Said don't trust me. I just Coach Cartier, he done got into it. He done Leo, excuse me, Keith, he a Penn State alum, so he's riding with it. Okay. James said, okay, I see. It looks like almost everybody likes the pick. There's just a handful of people who don't like it. Wait a minute. James Chang said he had my back. What in the world? What in the world, bro? Anthony Wright. Okay. So it looks like it's pretty much a consensus. ATLGA Fate said the water in the mason jar, pinky up. You know what? Can somebody ask Coach Roney if I could get some water? You know, if somebody could put it in the comment, ask Coach Roney, you know, if the old ball coach deserves some water after this great draft, you know, please, I would definitely appreciate that. Retro G says, what in the calm villa? What? All right. So, this was a more interesting pick. So that second round pick, Mr. Troy Andersen. Okay, Mr. Troy Andersen. Whew. All right, so let's go ahead and break this thing down, right? So first of all, let's look at the kid's size. He's 6'4", 243, 4'4", 40. What in the world, Bo? I hear some rumors about a 4'3", 40. Now, just looking at his pre-draft analysis, said he is a sideline to sideline run defender with outstanding speed who chases with good effort. He has the initial quickness to shoot gaps and disrupt plays in the backfield. He has the frame and speed to compete with tight ends in coverage. Andersen has a good upside as a pass rusher and the closing speed to spy safeties. He played quarterback, running back, and linebacker at Montana State. Okay. I can deal with that. Post-draft, he says, a linebacker who excels in coverage, Andersen projects as an immediate impact in nickel situations with the physical tools and background to develop into a three-down player. After losing Foye Aluakin in free agency, Andersen feels the need in Atlanta. Thank you so much, Coach Roney. I definitely appreciate that. You treat me so fine. I appreciate you for reminding me, Coach ATLJ Faithful. So, for everybody that's chilling out with us tonight, I tell y'all this all the time because I know everybody always asks the question, what's in my cup is in my cup, right? It might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Woo, boy. Okay, all right, okay. So the thing, I was watching the draft with Coach Big Game James last night, and you know he actually played in the NFL. Now the thing about this guy, Troy Andersen, got a lot. Well, first of all, while we're talking about Troy Andersen, I'm going to ask you if you like Troy Andersen, if you like this Troy Andersen pick, put a 3 in the chat. If you don't like the Troy Andersen pick, put a 4 in the chat. I don't want to get the 1s and 2s mixed up with the previous pick when we were talking about AK. So if you like Troy Andersen, put a 3 in the chat. If you don't like him, put a 4 in the chat. But the thing that I like, the thing that I was seeing whenever I was watching him, he gets to the spot great. Now, the only issue that I have is that once he gets there, his tackling form, we're really going to have to coach him up on tackling because there was a lot of things so there were a lot of tackles that I seen in the highlights where I was like, okay, he got him down, but if that was Alvin Kamara, I don't know if he would get that tackle. If that was Ezekiel Elliott, that was Nick Chubb, I don't know if he would get that tackle. You see what I'm saying? So I like it, and it seems like it's a little bit off of upside, right? I mean, because like I said, 6'4", 243. People comparing the kid to Brian Urlacher. And half of the highlights that I see, I guess they just want to highlight his speed. He was running read options. Read options, you read, pull it, go. outrun everybody touchdown. Like I seen like 6 or 7 of those. So we know he can pick them up and put them down now. But let me see what everybody's votes is. Let me see how everybody's feeling about this young man. Definitely, man. Rashad's in here, says, oh, what's going on, Bo? Coming through, showing some love. Appreciate that, Bo. Appreciate that, my brother. Definitely, man. Definitely. Cartier says, in my jar is in my, you already know. Dynasty Gamer says 2 for Troy Andersen only because Nakobe Dean was on the board. Don't matter if he was injured or not. Well, that whole Nakobe Dean situation was crazy, right? That boy, no, he fell like a rock. And we found out later that it's because he had I think it was a torn pec, or I think it's that muscle going from the pec to the shoulder. They wanted him to have surgery, and he's refusing the surgery. So, NFL teams is like, I don't know if I want to give this guy $10 million over the course of his contract, and he don't want to get surgery whenever we suggest it to him. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I don't know about that. Jamal says, when the next round tape? You know what? I gotta chop it up with everybody to see when they're available, but we'll definitely be letting you know, Coach. Definitely. So let me see what everybody's vote is. Show notes at Mason Jar. That's Shine. You giggling and all too. Yeah, that's Shine. I hear you, Bo. Jarvis Williams, Jamal D, Papa John's, Ray Fitty, Kojak, Jarvis, Murgod, Coach Keith, Renard, goodness gracious, Charles, Joseph Thornton, Tramel, Quincy. Okay. So all of those, they naked. They at the nude beach right now, soaking up the sun. They like the pick. Coach Corey Harris, he said he don't like it. So tell me, tell us why you ain't liking that pick, Coach Corey, because there might be something that we ain't realizing. I like to know, I like to see the whole situation from all different points of view, ATL, Cartier, Coach Dre, Water Gummy. Much love to you, Water Gummy. Think this is my first time seeing you in here, my brother or sister. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. Retro G, show enough. Carl Thomas. And I wish I never met her. No Budget Charlie. They said that they all like him. They all think that he's that guy. Papa John says Troy Andersen is a big linebacker, which we need. He's an old school linebacker, right? And the thing is that these linebackers, they got smaller and faster. And it just kind of became the direction that they went in. But you got a guy like this right here. This kind of guy helps your run game. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Y'all know I wanted Leo Chenal. Like that was the guy that I was naked for on the new beach for. But I could work with this. Zachary Whitfield says I don't know too much about him. So he played both sides of the ball in college. He played running back. He played quarterback. He played linebacker. He was all over the field. So, but all we know is that he's a great sideline to sideline guy, and he has a great motor. He never gives up on plays. So, I seen a lot of draft boards said that he was a second round type talent. So Robert, Keenan Moss, Jermaine John again. Wait, Reese's Pup says, is that 2.83? Is that a 28-3? No, it hit me with a 28-3 joke. What in the world? Padre. So it looks like a few people like him. Now, Dynasty Gamer says 4 because Nakobe Dean was on the board. So I think he might be one of those. This might be one of those picks that's always connected to Nakobe Dean, kind of like Luka Doncic and Trae Young. Like they're always going to be connected. Big Mike says 3. He'll be on the Nakobe Dean. I know he just keeps coming up. Young middle fade Jabal. Totally right. So it looks like most people. It looks like most people like the pick. Retro G says, just don't let Debo train. Just don't let Debo train. Wow. Just don't let Debo train. Wow, coach. That seemed kind of shady. Reese Coach said, hey, coach, I'm sorry I had to get political. He split his vote. He had to get political over it. Who did Leo go to? I forgot. Somebody in the coaching staff, if y'all could y'all look it up and let me know who Leo went to? Leo Chanel, where he went. I really wanted him. I really, really did. And like Coach Tony Wright said, the linebacker coaches, they'll work with them on his tackling. I think Franco Persona says, I love what we did. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Roddy Hill says, Coach drinking that Fulton County water. Keith Love, what's going on, Keith? I think this is my first time seeing you in here. Much love to you, my family. Yeah, Carl Thomas, he could cover. Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I really like it. I really like this move. Now, Channel, he says, wait a minute, Tack had a motor. It was just an outboard boat motor, but he had a motor. Okay, yeah. So yeah, he did go to the Chiefs. I remember thinking, because I was like, man, the Chiefs, they're trying to put some defense together. Like the Chiefs looking like they're trying to play some legit ball. Yes, he's a Luke Kuechly type of linebacker. He's big and he can move. And once he gets that tackling issue down, I can see him being a Pro Bowl player. All right, so here we are. The creme de la creme, the pick that everybody got all excited for. Desmond Ridder. Here we are. It's Saturday night. Look, I got all night. Tomorrow I ain't got no job. Let's go ahead and unpack it, Bo. How do y'all feel about the Desmond Ridder pick? This is when the conversation gets serious, right? This is when the conversation gets serious. This is whenever we have to talk about the state of the franchise, where we go moving forward. So if you know anybody who wants to talk about Desmond Ridder and they want to kick their idea around, tell them to come here and chop it up with us. Tell them to come here and chop it up with us. If you know any Falcons fans or any football fans who are trying to figure out if this is the kid that's going to be replacing Matt Ryan in the future, tell them to come here and talk with us. You might want to go ahead and tell them right now. So I'm going to ask y'all, do you like the Desmond Ridder pick? If you like the pick, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not like the pick, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all thinking. Keith said, we did the doggone thing. We did the thing. So y'all let me know. If y'all like that Desmond Ridder pick, put a 1 in the chat. If you feel like this is the best, if you feel like this is a good direction to go after Matt Ryan departed. I see Matt Ryan on Twitter wearing this blue. Matt Ryan looked doggone good in that blue, ball. Me and Coach Ronnie, we were talking. It's like going through a breakup. It's like going through a breakup. I was sitting there looking at Matt Ryan picture. It was him, Sarah, and the Ice Cubes. They was all wearing the white and blue. I was just sitting there, and I can't stop thinking about the apple of my eye. I was sitting, I don't know, I was just singing Tony Braxton. I don't know where it came from. I was like, and I will never breathe again. Oh, man. So let me see what everybody's saying. Let me see if Desmond Ridder, I want to know how the fan base, I want to know how Falcons fans are feeling about Desmond Ridder. So Keith, he done got the hard eyes up and everything. Ray Fisher says, Desmond Ridder got me glazed up, big coach. Oh, man. All right. Eventually makes it, and this is the first thing that came to my mind whenever we took him. Says, dude almost beat Georgia by himself a couple of years ago. Almost beat him by itself. Yes. Yes. All right. So AJ Evans says hated Ridder at 8. Ridder in the third is a good value. He's a brick wall, while at the same time, a safety blanket, a better backup than Franks. If it isn't great, get that top quarterback. Yes, I completely and utterly agree. Um, Malone says 1. Mudbones in here chilling out with us. Much love to you, Mudbone. Think this is my first time seeing you. Merc guy says, Coach, Ridder got me naked. He was QB1. And listen, I got beach naked over there. You got South Beach naked over that pick. Renard, AJ, they like it. Coach ATL, he says Ridder was the only quarterback that I would have took. I feel something special about that, Bo. Okay. Charles, Lee Rawls, Zachary Whitfield says 1,000. Choir member Patterson, 1. I mean, looks like everybody likes it. Jamal says, I like the pick because it was the third round, but I must admit, I wanted to wait for Bryce Young. Hey, man, sometimes you got to go for what you know. King Bell, Joseph Thornton says 1, highly satisfied. And in the third round, Quincy Kendall Bias. Much love to you, Quincy. I think this is my first time seeing you. I'm Todd and Papa John's. Show enough. Like, goodness gracious. Look like, is this going to be the first consensus on channel history? What in the world? Kojak, Tony Wright, Michael Farmer says 1. I got naked for Ridder. Coach Bridget, she said, wait a minute, is this it? Is this like the Michael Jackson song? This is it. Understand. I'm the light of the world. Is this it? Rodney Hill says the dude is a pure leader. Zachary said, Ryan, he's gone. Keith says, Coach, what you think about Desmond Ridder saying he's winning the Super? I like that, but you know what I like even more? I don't know if you heard it, Keith. Whenever Terry Fontenot called Desmond Ridder to let him know that they picked him, Desmond Ridder said, man, they waited. They didn't want to pick me. They done up now, Coach. I said, oh, man, that boy kind of feisty. Gavinci says 1. ATLG Faithful said, yes, especially where we got him. Corey Harris says 1. Conrad says he's not ready though, but he could be great. Okay. No Budget Charge says 1. Love Ridder pick. Most pro-ready quarterback in the draft. Yes. Young man of faith. Padre says, I'm really surprised that we went Ridder over Willis, but I'm not mad at it. Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to give y'all my opinion. Shono says, Low, now he Coach Low, Lord, now he Tony Braxton. So I'm going to give y'all my opinion on this whole Desmond Ridder thing. The fact that we got him in the third round is very reminiscent of what the Seattle Seahawks did whenever they took Russell Wilson in the third round. Now, the difference is that Seattle Seahawks had a really good defense. The Seattle Seahawks also blowed a couple of years. They legit blowed a couple of years. Tonio Jordan said he likes it. Malone says Jay Bird naked. So, with that being said, think about this, guys. If he is your quarterback, you're literally going to be paying this kid close to the veteran minimum for the next 4 to 5 years. And next year, you're going to have $130 million that you could pretty much do anything that you want to do with. You could put even more talent around them. If these draft picks are legit, and let's say we hit on half of these draft picks. If that's the case, and Desmond Ridder is one of those guys that we hit on, we have a chance to be good for a very, very, very long time. Very, very, very long time, guys. So I don't know if y'all know. Yeah, I see. Well, I ain't gonna say that I don't know if y'all know. I see that y'all know because I keep seeing everybody mention that third round pick. Y'all see, y'all acknowledge the significance of picking this, waiting until the third round to pick this young man up. And he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder. I don't want to say I'm getting naked, but I do know one thing. He has that fight in him. And I can say this right here, guys. I think we got our quarterback. I think we have our quarterback of the future. I'm hoping that it's one. I'm hoping that we're not going to be one of those teams who, like the Cleveland Browns, who are just consistently trying to find a quarterback, to, just changing quarterbacks like people change draws, because some of y'all change draws once every 3-4 days, So I'm hoping that we're not that type of team. I'm hoping that we actually did what we needed to do. And yes, I mean, let's be honest, the split from Matt Ryan was messy, but I'm hoping that the transition will be clean. I'm hoping that the transition will be clean. So that's what I think. Anthony Wright, ATLGA Faithful, they said that they like the pick. Tremel says Desmond Ridder and Drake is the future of Atlanta. I mean, if that's the case, you're gonna have a really good combination for years to come. Antonio George said he was mad. He was mad. He was like, man, ain't nobody never picked me up. And whenever Terry Fontenot called him, Terry Fontenot said, yeah, so you're gonna be a Falcon. He was like, man, they done up, coach. They waited this long. They done up. I'm like, oh, that's what I'm talking about. Jamel says, one. Now he ready, coach. He's 22 years old, but guess what? He may be young, but he's ready. Oh, shoot. What's going on, Coach Joy? Much love to Coach. Enjoy my word. I see you in here. Coach Joy said, nah, let's go ahead and get these at least 9 wins. Okay, now. Let's hope we can do that. Austin Williams says, do you like Drake London pick? Because I thought maybe you would take Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson. So we was actually just talking about this, Austin. So I think as far as running routes, I think Chris Olave or Garrett Wilson, they may be better. But I think Drake London fits this scheme a little bit better. Our coach, Arthur Smith, he likes the big wide receivers, the ones that could run block down the field. So, I mean, moving forward, I think it's one of those cases where it just fit this scheme a little bit better, So, I mean, yeah, that's what we rolling with, bro. That's what we rolling with. Brian Little says, Big Low, how you like the O-line we got from Georgia and that running back? Well, I tell you what, I'm actually going to get to that that offensive lineman, Justin Shaffer, because we kind of going in succession. But I got off my soapbox, I'm just gonna go. I like I said, I just want to let y'all know. Just want to have a moment of transparency. I had to stop myself. I was getting emotional. I wanted to start crying. Like I said, I miss Matt Ryan, and I'm hoping that this new quarterback is going to be the one to, usher us into the future. So the next pick that we had in the third round was Mr. D'Angelo Malone. D'Angelo Malone out of Western Kentucky. So I'm finna ask y'all what y'all think about it. If you did like that pick, put a 3 in the chat. If you did not like the pick, put a 4 in the chat. I just want to know what y'all were thinking in regards to Mr. D'Angelo Malone, outside linebacker out of Western Kentucky, 6'3", 243. Now, if you notice a recurring theme, a lot of these guys are about the same size, right? Makes you think, why are you getting all these guys the same size? Rotation. Fresh legs, which is a good thing. So yeah, if you like that pick, put a 3 in the chat. If you didn't like that pick, put a 4 in the chat. And best believe I'm gonna circle around to you, see what. Wait a minute, did we have our first consensus vote for Desmond Ridder? I think we just made Big Low Country history. Like what in the world, bro? I think we just made channel history. We had our first consensus. We actually agreed on something, y'all. Oh man, y'all are crazy. Calvin Douglas in here. Calvin Douglas says, "Hey man, Ridder, he got to prove it to me. Tack got us excited too on draft day. He was a bum. I mean, you got a point. You got a point. But I think the difference is that we talk about a quarterback. Eyes are always on this kid. I would just remember what he did against Georgia in the Peach Bowl. He almost single-handedly beat them boys. They couldn't stop Georgia. That boy was back there running for his life. But I mean, you're definitely right though, Calvin. Like, you got to show. Look, we both from the South. What do we always say? Show me the baby. Show me the baby. At the end of the day, you still got to prove it to us. Lee Ross said he liked the pick. D'Angelo Malone. So first, let me read the pre-draft analysis. He said Malone is an undersized edge rusher with outstanding takeoff bursts, long arms, a good closing pop. He forced 4 fumbles in 2021 and has a knack for knocking balls loose. He has an explosive power to knock blockers back on contact. Malone locates the ball quickly and chases with good effort, but he's not big or strong enough to hold up in the phone booth when teams run at him. Now, the post-draft analysis says after focusing on offense, with his first 2 picks, the Falcons grabbed an experienced, productive outside linebacker. Malone can come in and be an immediate situational pass rusher who has speed and instincts to be an early producer. He's a high-effort, high-upside player who fits Dean Pease's scheme and could find himself opposite fellow draftee Arnold Ebiketie early and often. So now, I was watching the Extra Point podcast with Coach Rashad and Coach Terry Artist 404. They made a great comparison. They said that this kid reminds them of a Brian Burns, except he's stronger. So that's scary. That's scary to get a stronger Brian Burns, 6'3", 243. And, they said he's small. Now, the crazy thing is that we got to remember he's still young and he hasn't gotten in the NFL locker room yet. He could easily put on some man weight and they could beef him up a little bit to 255 or even 260 if that's what Dean Pease wanted. But let me see what y'all think here. Lee Ross said he likes it. Coach K, how's retirement, Coach? He said he likes it. Keenan Moss, Jamal D, Charles. Now Coach Rodney Hill said he don't like that pick. All right, so tell me why you don't like that, Coach Ryan, because I definitely need to know just in case there was something that I ain't think about. Papa John's said he likes it. Jamel says 1 from the A. Okay, yeah, that is true. From the east side, Jarvis Williams, Ray Fitty, Joseph Thornton, they all said that they like the pick. Jamal says, I don't know much about him, but I like the position ad. Yes, we're adding rotational pass rushers. We want to make sure that we keep these guys. Fresh. Coach Bridget says 3 and 4. She's being political. She said she's never heard of him. Coach K says 3. He's a sack monster along with AK. Okay. April Thomas, what's going on, April? April said, "What's up, man? What's going on, April? Hope that you're doing good." Coach Dre says, "I miss Matty Ice too, Coach." Evan says 3. Malone is legit. 3 ATL boy. Definitely, man. Definitely. Coach Padre. So it looks like a lot of people like it. Just a couple people don't like it. Coach April, Coach Ed says, great point, Coach. Yeah, definitely, man. Jason L, I think this is my first time seeing you in here. Much love to you, Jason. So, yeah, I think that this could be. I think that this draft it might remind us of 2008, or even 2016. So I think it might be one of those cases where, let's say, Ebiketie and D'Angelo Malone are both successful. Let's say together, in my mind, together, their first year, if they could get me 10, 11 sacks between the two of them, that's a successful season to me because we only got 11 sacks last year, right? So if they could get me 10 sacks between the both of them, that's a successful season to me. Moving forward, if they continue to progress, like this could be one of those draft classes that we look back on 10 years from now and say, hey man, you remember 2022? We didn't know what direction we were going to go in. Kind of like 2008. We didn't know what direction we were going to go in. And, we had a really good draft class. 2016 had a really good draft class. And I would say 2015. I mean, I think Grady's the only one that's left. But still, it's like if we keep 4 of these players by whenever it's time to renew these contracts, this will definitely be considered a successful draft class. I like the D'Angelo Malone pick. He's a Dean Pease kind of guy. I don't know if y'all had a chance to watch any of his tape, but I'm going to tell you something, Bo. Whenever this boy take that first step, he gets up the field so fast it don't make no sense. Breakneck speed. And I'm going to tell you something else. His hands and his feet work in unison. And that might sound simple to a lot of people, but there's a lot of people who are unsuccessful at rushing the quarterback, and they could get up the field, but they don't bring their hands with them. There's some people they're real good with their hands. They be swatting flies and doing all kinds of stuff, and doing all this stuff, but they ain't going nowhere. This kid right here, he's getting up the field, and many times it's just one move. His hands and his feet work together. So I'm definitely glad about that. Like they said, the only issue is that he's a little undersized, but look, he's coming into an NFL locker room now. He's going to have nutritionalists. He's going to have people that's going to take care of him to make sure he's where he needs to be at, right? Coach ATLGA Faithful said, Malone said he's going to get up to 250. Okay. Definitely. Zabo, hey man, say man, what in the world, Bo? Zabo says, what's up, coach? What you think about Troy Andersen? Our defensive Debo Samuel. I think he's very talented, very athletic young man. But I think that we're definitely going to have to coach him up when it comes to tackling. You could tell that he just recently started playing the defensive side of the ball because he tackles like an offensive player. But other than that, I think that he could. I think that he could definitely be successful. Especially you 6'4", 243, almost 245, and you run the 4.4 40. That's the half of the battle is done. Yeah, I seen that, Bridget. I seen that they signed Mike Vrabel's son as an undrafted free agent. Well, how about that? Or Arthur Smith looking out for his people. Oh man. Todd W says, I gotta go. Love the channel. Good night. Well, definitely. I appreciate you for coming on and chilling out with us, Todd. Much love to you. You make sure you stay safe and don't do nothing that I would do. And if you haven't yet, make sure that you subscribe so you don't lose us. Also, y'all make sure that y'all share the channel with your friends and family, and make sure that you hit the like button. If you like the way that this draft shook out, make sure that you hit that like button. If you didn't like it in any sort of way, and you just need a way to express yourself, make sure that you hit that like button. The end result in both scenarios is that you're hitting the like button. There you go. Oh man. All right. So the next pick that we had, we skipped over the 4th round, and we got Tyler Allgeier, 5'11" running back out of BYU. So pre-draft analysis says Allgeier is a big back with good foot speed for his size. and he flashes the ability to make defenders miss. His burst through the hole is average. He's not a breakaway threat. He's an effective pass blocker who steps up and is strong enough to anchor. He's more of a check now than a threat as a receiver out the backfield. So, yeah, I mean, Allgeier, he's basically an Arthur Smith guy. He's one of those guys who's gonna, run hard. He's not a Kyle Shanahan guy that he could break it anytime he gets the ball. He's just gonna run hard. He's a good pass blocker. He has good foot speed, but he ain't that guy that's gonna go ahead and get on out there. So, yeah, I think I like this pick. You add an extra set of shoulder pads into the running back room. You definitely can't beat that. Coach Padre says, "Hey, Coach, did you know that Arnold extra spaghetti, Coach? Really? Okay." He said, "Do you know Arnold extra spaghetti is Chuck Smith certified?" Knowing that he's working with the GOAT got me hyped. Okay, Coach. Arnold extra spaghetti, Coach. Wow, Coach. I definitely appreciate it with your extra spaghetti. Dun dun dun. That's a Superman chat. So, let me ask you, did you like the Tyler Allgeier pick? If you like that pick, make sure that you put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't like the pick, put a 2 in the chat. I just want to know. I know everybody that got naked for this draft. I want to know if you like that Tyler Allgeier pick. Definitely. Also says, do you feel like you got better out of this draft? Oh, yes. This team definitely got better after this draft and after the undrafted free agents that we signed as well. Definitely. I appreciate you asking me that question. It makes me feel good. Io Bell, he says, I'm very excited for Troy Andersen. He's a top 5 linebacker potential. Okay, man, don't be talking like that now. Don't be talking like that, so you get me going. Oh, man. Oh, man. ACLJ Favorite says, one of my favorite picks, Tyler Allgeier, is going to beast. Now, if y'all could, I could look it up, but that's the benefit of having assistant coaches. If y'all could somebody let me know? What's Tyler Allgeier's 40 time? Because after looking at his highlights, I'm thinking he's running like a 4.57. I'm just gonna put it out there, 4.57. I'm just taking a guess. Shono says false. He does hit the hole and is capable of breaking it. He's a one cut and go. Did want Spiller though. Okay. So he can bust one wide open. But they just saying that. They giving us the bad grade. Okay. AJ Evans said, whoa. Don't get naked for the dating site, Coach. No, I ain't gonna get naked for the dating site. Put a 1. Y'all let me know. I need to know from the coaches. Did you like the Tyler Allgeier pick? If you did like it, put a 1 in the chat. If you did not like it, put a 2 in the chat. Definitely. ATL Favorite said, check the tape on him, Low. They say he not fast, but he break big runs for okay. Now I looked at some tape on him. And it was I seen him break something like 15, 20-yard runs. But I ain't see him break no 80-yard runs. I ain't see him flip no fields. Papa John says 1. Coach Dre with the dun-da-duns. Robert Bennett. Choir member Patterson. AJ Evans says 1. He says 1. Adios, thigh guy Mike Evans. Look, man, thick thighs save lives. Tony Wright says the Falcons are so young now that they only have 2 players over 30 years old, Jake Matthews and Casey Hayward. Man, that's crazy. That's a big difference than from what it used to be. Coach Bridget says she likes it. Carl Thomas says he's a home run threat. Rydell Lamar likes it. Much love to you, Rydell. Think it's my first time seeing you in here. Thank you so much for chilling out with us. Coach Dre likes it. Show enough says one. Cornell Foster says bad with names, coach. Zabo, hey man, say he's already better than Mike Davis. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, old Grady, old Grady baby Jared, he finna be 30 soon. Pa just said, don't look at me like that, coach. Y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. Hayden says, Tyler gonna take Mike Davis' job. You about to lose your job. Travell says, great commentary, Coach Lowe and Coach Roney. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Much love to you. That's that. Dun, dun, dun. That's a Superman chat. Oh, man. Coach Padre says, Allgeier. He said, Allgeier got some Jamal Andersen in him. Oh, boy, don't be talking like that. No, don't talk like that. Hayden says, think Allgeier runs like a 5'2", somewhere like that. ATLGF8 will say he like it. Brian says, hey, coach, how you like that 6? Man, now, I ain't checked him out. I ain't checked out his tape, so I can't say exactly what I'm liking, but I like the size, and if he's a capable pass blocker, I'm definitely good with that. AT Elliott says, we played chess. We needed a running back. Don't matter. Okay, then. I like that, Bo. AT Elliott coming with the Swizzag. I feel you, Bo. Zabo said he runs a 4.5 something. Okay, Mafia says, I say 4.55. Papa John said he thinks Allgeier runs a 4.6, but he has a burst of speed. So that's one thing that a lot of people don't realize. Whenever you play Madden, they got those two things. They got that acceleration rating, then they got that speed rating. Now, the acceleration is how quick can you get up to your top speed. Now, that's one thing I can see about Allgeier. He can get up there now. He can get there quick. But once you start getting past the 20 yards, like, he ain't finna just keep getting faster. Robert Bennett said he runs a 4.6 with a 1.5 split. Now, you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, if I'm not mistaken, ran like a 4.58. If I'm not mistaken, and we've seen how successful he was in that system. So, I mean, look, when it comes to running backs, the biggest thing is how well can you make people miss in small spaces? Can you make somebody miss you in a phone booth? Are you durable? That's all we need. You don't got to run a 4.3. Everybody, our running backs ain't Chris Johnson. Corey Harris said he liked the pick. Keenan Moss and Robert Bennett said that they like it. Carl Thomas says he at least has to run in a 4.5, so he plays faster on the field. And there's some guys like that. Now, I know a lot of guys, man. A lot of guys that I coach, you ask them to run a 40. They be slow as pond water, slow as molasses in the wintertime. Put some pads on them and let somebody chase them. Be like, whoa, that boy moving. Oh, man, Merritt said he likes it. Eobel says, do you think Richie Grant is going to start? Richie Grant, he's starting. What's going on, Trucker Mike? What in the world, Bo? What's going on with you, Bo? We sit here talking about this draft, just kind of going over every pick, seeing what we got going on, man. Definitely. Dorian in here. Dorian says, hey, I'm no longer depressed about my Hawks, coach. Decided about the Falcons draft. Let's go. Okay, Dorian. All right. Okay. I'm worried about you. I'm like, man, I ain't seen Dorian lately. I hope he's okay. CT says, what in the world, Bo? Coach Big Country and Coach Roney. And also, big shout out to my national champion, UGA Dogs, for taking over the NFL draft. God bless them. And best wishes in the NFL. Good luck. Much love to you, CT. Much love to you, my family. Definitely. So Coach Tony Wright, and this is the beautiful thing about the coaching staff. Coach Tony Wright put in here, he says, so Allgeier's his stats. Junior season 2020, 150 carries, 1,130 yards, 13 touchdowns, 7.5 yards per carry, right? 276 carries, 1,601 yards, 23 touchdowns, 5.8 yards per carries. These attempts from his junior year to the senior year are way too many red flags. Okay. So you're saying that he had that big influx in carries? So you think there might be one of those cases where he might have some wear and tear on him? You never know. Good thing I think it's going to be one of those cases where it's a running back by committee situation. So moving forward, we'll hopefully we'll see how that works. Ghoul said you need to answer your IG. Man, ain't nobody hit me up on no IG, bro. Oh man, you might want to hit me up on Twitter if you didn't get me on IG. On Twitter is at Big Low Country. At Big Low Country on Twitter. Definitely, man. But I checked my IG, but I ain't getting no message from you, big dog. My bad, fam. Man. Ghoul hit me up on IG and I ain't answer the call, bro. What in the world? Much love to you, my family. Much love to you. All right, so let's go to the next pick. This is the pick I'm excited about. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is my favorite pick. Cool says, they're all top notch. What did you? Oh, I hear you, bro. I hear you. So Justin Shaffer, he's a 2-year starter who's lined up at both guard spots and best in a power-heavy scheme. He's a physical, tenacious run blocker with the strength to drive defenders off the ball. He has good length, shows good awareness, and gives little ground to bull rushers. But he has some problems mirroring pass protection, which is why it's pretty good that he'll be lined up as a guard. It depends on how Arthur Smith's going to do it. I know a lot of times whenever you have guards who have issues in mirroring, you try to scrunch that that offensive line up. And this is actually the benefit of having that mobile quarterback, because once you condense that offensive line, you say, hey, everybody get cheat to cheat, and just make sure that you keep everybody off of you. Look, it's one of those cases where if that quarterback does get in trouble, he could pick a side and go. He could just bolt out of there. So, but the beautiful thing that I love about Justin Shaffer is that he blocked pretty much every scheme. He blocked everything. He's my favorite pick. Overall, I think he's the most underrated pick in this draft. He blocked zone run blocking scheme. He ran power where he was the puller. He also ran power where he just let that guy go and got upfield to get to the second level to pick up that linebacker. And just like Tramel says, he's nasty. He's nasty. He's one of those boys. He played to the whistle. I seen a few times he put some people in the back. He threw a couple elbows. Like he was in the club in 2002. It's like he's legit 6'4", 314 pounds. I think he'll be a better option. I think that he'll be battling with Jalen Mayfield one day for that starting left guard spot. We got a few options now. We got a few options on that offensive line where we didn't have to make that pick at the top of the draft for an offensive lineman, because that's been one of the frustrations over the last few years. We keep picking offensive linemen in the first round, and next thing you know, they play like third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 rounders. Like, what in the world, bro? So we got this guy in the 6th round, and I'm surprised that he fell, but he actually fits this Arthur Smith scheme perfectly. Now I want to ask y'all, how do y'all feel about Justin Shaffer? If you like this pick, put a 1 in the chat. If you didn't like it, you felt like we should have did something different, put a 2 in the chat. I legit want to know what y'all think. Also, make sure that you hit that like button if you came in here and you hadn't hit that like button yet, and you just want to do old country boy a favor, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, if it's your first time chilling out with us, make sure that you share the channel with your friends and family, and please hit that subscribe button. I promise you, I will dance at your wedding one day. All you gotta do is let me know when it is. I'll be there, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, Bo. And I'm bringing my own drink with me. It might be water, it might be moonshine, but if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Oh boy. All right, so let's see what we got. Let me see what everybody think about this Justin Shaffer pick. I ain't gonna lie to you, he got a little bit of that nastiness like Justin Blaylock. That's a blast from the past, right? Justin Blaylock, take you back. Murgod said he liked the pick. AJ Evans said he liked that. All I have to say is a whole world where he starts left guard because we have an actual natural left guard. A Pepsi machine could probably block better than Jalen. Wow, coach. A Pepsi machine, coach. No arms, just a Pepsi. Wow. But I have the most entertaining chat on YouTube. Everybody tells me this all the time. I'm like, look, bro, you ain't never seen the chat until you see the coaching staff. A Pepsi machine. Lord have mercy. Coach Tony Wright said, I seen on tape that Shaffer blocked a D tackle and knocked him down, then power drived him after he was down. Yes. He's nasty, Bo. He's nasty. He's nasty like your least favorite food. Joseph Thornton says a good pick. His agent lives in my sub. Oh, okay. Man, that's pretty cool, man. Robert Bennett says that it was a good pick. Coach Ghost Peppers, he said he likes it as well. Tremel said that's his favorite pick too. Oh, great minds, coach. Great minds. What's going on? Corey Harris, JJ the Great, they like the pick as well. Seems like everybody like this draft. Now, y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned because I will be asking the grades. You know, like I said, I told y'all make sure that your thumbs and your fingers is ready because look, we had a lot to unpack tonight. Oh man, what's going on, Buck Skull Gang? Charles, Kingdom Mouse, Tay don't care. What's up to you, Tay? Think it's my first time seeing you on here. Appreciate you for chilling out with us tonight. Y'all make sure that y'all welcome Tay to the stream. Coach Dre said he like it. Sanchez Lowe says a high school friend said this man is a beast. Well, hey, look, you tell him that he need to do what he need to do. Goose says he won't answer his IG. Like what? Too nice with it. Says 1. Okay, says he's like it too. ATLGA faithful. Lee Ross says UGA. Gotta love it. 1. Oh man, that is crazy. But Skullgate said the Falcons, they should have brought Malik Willis from Atlanta. He's from ATL. Well, look, you know, it's one of those cases. I think that Desmond Ridder was the better quarterback in this situation. Anthony Wright said they like the pick. Bridget says 1. Said these UGA fanatics got their Georgia players. So they finally got them. They got 2 of them. Sexton said, "What's up, Coach Bigelow? I had to check in on y'all. It's been a minute. Yeah, man, I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. What in the world? I'm glad that you're doing good, my family. Well, I hope that you're doing good. Tony Wright says, Justin Shaffer, 1, love the pick. He's a monster. Half man, half monster. He must be my cousin. Trucker Mike, I know he's gonna say something crazy. I ain't ready. I know he said Mayfield can't be looking like melted vanilla bean on plays, or he gonna be getting manhandled like a porn star. What in the world? What in the world? What? Y'all are crazy, boy. Dave says, Justin Blaylock Bad taste in my mouth, coach. Padre says one said he likes it. No budget Charlie. So it looks like pretty much everybody liked this pick. Is it because he's a dog? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Because he a dog. King Bell said, Big Low, that's my best friend, Big Low. I went to high school with him at Cedar Grove. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool, man. Well, hey, whenever you get a chance, tell him I said congratulations and tell him that I said that he was my favorite pick for the Atlanta Falcons in this draft. You know, so tell him to do a country boy a favor and ball out of control. But ATLJ Fate will say he think Mayfield gonna be better though. You think Jalen Mayfield just needs to develop a little bit and he gonna be in there like swimwear, clearing that thing up like skincare, Bo. You never know. You never know. He's had a year of experience. They said that he's out there getting in shape. They said he's been working out like a madman. Look, if I got embarrassed like that, I'd be working out like a madman too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh man, Chuck Mike said the trucker always got the punchline in. Oh, I already know. That's why before I even read it, I said, okay, I already know the coach for the couple of something off the wall. like a 1980s, 1970s Michael Jackson album, off the wall, bro. Living off the wall. All right. So John Fitzpatrick, 6'7" tight end. Like I said, the only tight end I was looking out for was Darnell Washington. Now, it says Fitzpatrick has the frame to shield defenders and flashes the ability to hold on after absorbing a big hit. He's not a threat to stretch the field and is not elusive after the catch. He takes good angles. He keeps his feet moving when he latches onto defenders and flashes a mean streak as a blocker. That's what you want. That's all we wanted. That's all we wanted out of John Fitzpatrick. We got a tight end that could do everything, that could run every route on the route tree and could legitimately catch it and take it to the house, put the kids to bed. Right? Right? Like we already got that. So we need a guy that could block, who could slip out every now and then because linebackers and safeties are worried about Kyle Pitts and get us a quick first down. Right? That's what we need. Calvin, he says, Mayfield, he in the comments like, bet. Oh, man. Chuck and Mike said it's going to be a 187. Call APD on me. What in the world? Oh, man. Y'all are crazy, boy. Y'all are crazy. Sexton said, oh, yeah, definitely. Doing good, fam. Eagles got Jordan Davis and the Kobe Dean, so I'm feeling good about this season. Man, see, you finna make some of these Falcons fans in here fight you, Bo. Because a lot of these Falcons fans wanted Jordan Davis. I mean, they were getting naked, doing toe touches for Jordan for Jordan Davis. AJ Evans says, one, all he needs to do is block and has a place on the team. Jalen Wymeyer fell off the face of the earth. He did. Wymeyer, he fell off the face of the earth. Abel says, I love my Commanders drafted Sam Howell. You know what? That's actually a pretty good pick. That's a pretty good pick. People slept on Sam Howell, man. They really did. They slept on him. I think that he has a good chance to be the starter on this season. I know that a lot of the fans, they like Heineke, but I know that they're kind of mixed about Carson Wentz and everything, but you never know, man. You never know. Bro Z says we got a steal with Tyler Allgeier. Hey man, we were just talking about that. We're saying that a lot of people are saying that, you know, he's slow. The people saying that he's not a breakaway runner, but we had a guy named Devontae Freeman who ran like a 4.58, and he was a great runner. He was a really good running back for us for a long time. After he missed that block in the Super Bowl, It was all downhill from there, bro. Oh man. So now the question, guys. Now the question for the Atlanta Falcons. The draft is over. All the dust is settled, right? The question is, what grade? You know, we went over every pick. What grade would you give the Atlanta Falcons? What grade would you give the Atlanta Falcons? You know, we'll just go over that and everything, and then I'll be out of y'all here. I'm gonna let y'all get back to your families. I appreciate everybody for coming on to the coaches meet. But what grade would you give the Atlanta Falcons? What grade would you give them, guys? Definitely, man. Definitely. Bro said his team is the Jets. Look, your Jets came out. They got over on this draft. The Jets had a really good draft. Congratulations to your Jets. I really feel like y'all are trying to turn the corner out there in New York. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. Satan 999, he said, please don't attack. No, man, we ain't finna attack you, brother. Oh, man. Oh, man, we ain't finna attack you. Derek Lewis, he says A. Okay. Dexter Vlad says A minus. Yoya says A minus. Murgod, A minus. Okay. JJ the Great, A minus. Ghost Peppers, B plus. Shakira, what's going on, Coach Shakira? Much love to you. She says A. She says you give him an A. Lee Rawls says B minus. Austin Williams says B plus. Murgod says I'm giving my team an A minus. King Bell, A. Hayden, I'm assuming that's an A plus. He made 169 out of 6. What the word? 69 out of 69. Sanchez says A. Joseph Thornton, A minus. Keenan, A. Charles says B plus. AJ Evans says B plus. Only complaint is that we didn't get punt guy. Punter is suspect. Yes, that is true. That is true. Rydell says B minus. Jermaine Jonigan, A minus. Showno says Mel Copper was on it. I say B plus. Okay. Ken Lyon says C. Woo, man. Yeah. So let me know. Let me know why you think it was a C. Coach Dre says B. And I know that's because I'm gonna just take a wild guess. It's because we didn't get Jordan freaking Davis, right, Coach? I know I read your mind, right? Chuck Mike says, how money Calvin Davis gonna lose on gambling this season before he's in the 8? What in the world? How much money he gonna lose on gambling before he's in the 8? What in the world, bro? Drunk gambling, boy, that's rough right there. That's rough. Anthony Wright says he's giving him an A. Yoya says the Jets, yes, the Jets had an A plus draft. They legit did. Tay Don't Care said they give him a B plus. Kirby says Georgia set a record for most draft picks from a program at 15. Glad the Falcons got a couple of studs too. I grade the draft a B overall. Trucker Mike says he give him a B. Okay. No Budget Charlie says a B. Oh, no problem, bro Z. No problem. Evan Trax gives him a B plus. Jamel says, I give it to you, Coach. You were all in on Ridder. Yeah. The whole time I was saying I would take Malik Willis, but the whole time I was saying Desmond Ridder is a more pro-ready quarterback. I definitely did say that. No, I'm not the type to toot my own horn. Toot. Well, I did say it. And to be fair, Tramel, I also said that Malik Willis, whenever I watched his pro day, I said Malik Willis reminded me of a Steve McNair. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to play like Steve McNair. I'm just saying that his body type reminded me of Steve McNair. He had a good workout. But we're going to see how that translates to the field in Tennessee. Yoya says, we need to sign man, ain't nobody touching Justin Ross, bro. What in the world? L Hunt says they get a 105, A++. They get extra credit for drafting them dogs. Okay. I know we would give an extra credit, coach. Big Mike says A-. Brian Little says A. Too nice with it. Gives him a B+. Okay. Simpson Bobo says he just can't get over that 8th pick overall. Says he can't let it go. I understand. Stephen B says A- for not pandering enough to the UGA fan. They got 2 Bulldogs. They got 2 UGA players. Oh man, Kirby says, Bucks, you got an elite punter. You consistently pin teams behind the 10-yard line. Yes. He's a real good punter. Jason Nell says he gives him an A. Okay. Walter Elias says A+. Yes. The Baltimore Ravens in the first 3 picks, the first 3 rounds, they had 4 first-round talents. The Baltimore Ravens, in my opinion, had probably the best draft. They had a really good draft too. Definitely. I'm going to give y'all my grade, right? So I feel like we really took care of the needs of the team. I know on a lot of draft boards they were saying that we needed a tackle. I know the guy that we got from Chicago. I know he's gonna challenge Caleb McGarry for that tackle spot. I really feel like we tried to see what we could do in free agency as far as the guard position as well. Drafting Justin Shaffer. I feel like that's going to make a huge difference. But moving forward, I feel like we covered a lot of bases. I want to give it a B+, and the only reason I'm not giving it an A is because I really wish we could have traded down. I feel like we possibly could have traded down to get Drake London. And we could have got another pick out of it. We can't really say that teams weren't trading up because there were a lot of trades that happened in the first round, right? So moving forward, I think I'm gonna give it a B+. But all of these other guys, we got guys who I feel like are sure enough hits. I feel like we have our franchise quarterback of the future. We got guys who have a lot of potential. And the future looks a lot better than it did on Thursday afternoon before the draft. It definitely does. Stephen B says Afedi was drafted at pick 31, just like McGarry, and was college teammates with Matthews. Okay. So that's I think he could legitimately be the right tackle. I think he could. So it's one of those cases where we're gonna see what we got, man. But yeah, I'm gonna say B+. I'm gonna say B+. Shono says, hey man, the Jets, they showed out, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Jets showed out. They showed out, man. So it's one of those cases. But yeah, I definitely feel better. Kirby says, by the Falcons taking Shaffer, it helped soften the blow of not getting Cross on the O line. Yeah, I think so. Because I know a lot of people were thinking we might get Neal or Cross, and I thought it was going to be offensive or defensive line with that 8th pick. But I think getting Shaffer. I think Shaffer is the most underrated pick on that the Falcons have. I think he was. James says we need to sign Nick Foles. I mean, you don't think that Mariota and Ridder, you don't think that's enough? You don't think that's enough? Safe to say, I'm just so happy the Eagles traded for it. Man, boy, the Eagles got off. The Eagles got off over the weekend. There's a lot of teams that got better. There's a lot of teams that got better. The Eagles definitely won. Yeah, Mario, he could definitely get hurt. Like that's a legit possibility, Bo. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's a legit possibility. Wait a minute, what? Steven says Falcons drafting Stetson Bennett. No one, no, Bo. Hey, you never know. You never know. You legit never know, man. You legit never know. Well, look, I definitely want to appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming on and chilling out with me tonight. In a way, this is a little bit of a celebration. We got a chance to look over each and every one of these draft picks, and just kind of see what we got going on. And like I said, the future looks bright, man. It definitely looks bright. I want to thank every one of y'all. Y'all could be anywhere in the world tonight, but you're here with us, Big Low Country Sports. Make sure that you hit that like button if you haven't hit it before you left. Also, share the channel with your friends and family. Also, make sure if you hadn't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss us in the future. Look, we're definitely going to be coming up with a lot more content in the future. I'm hoping that y'all enjoy it. T Dirty says, "What up, Bo? Showing love. Um, y'all paying the light bill before the rent. Paying the light bill before the rent." Oh man. Oh man. But yeah. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all for coming on. Take care. And like I said, we're definitely gonna be having some thought-provoking and interactive content coming to y'all in the very near future. Y'all stay safe. I already know what time it is. We ready.